Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome everybody to the SERL Truck Series at Watkins, Glen 2021. As looks like 23 drivers prepare to take on this 2+ mile road course as we wind the season down to get into the final championship playoff push. Right now we are finishing up the last few minutes of practice, and once this is finished we'll also get set to go and qualify. My name is Justin White. I'll be your broadcaster for this evening, and I hope you guys enjoy what we're about to show. This is going to be an interesting battle between a couple of top tier trucks, the 87, the 34, the 56. All those guys are battling for the final few wins to get as many championship points before we head off into playoff season. As of the moment, the 87 truck, as you can see, sits at the top of the leaderboard with the fastest lap, which is of no surprise. He's been the fastest truck pretty much all season long. As we take a look at our points currently as they set, or before we come into this race, there's your top 18 in points as these guys set to battle it out. We have 2 more races to go before we get to the postseason. Actually 3, including tonight, which will be the Watkins, Glen, Pocono, and Kansas, finishing up on July the 31st. So Justin Michael goes to set out his first qualifying effort of the evening. Let's see what kind of time he can set to start this off. Looks like he was not happy with that lap, so he decided to pull it and park it for a moment and give a restart. He was not happy with that outlap. Let's see if anybody else is taking some outlaps here. At the 18 truck of Christopher Howe. So he goes out to try to, looks like he is on lap 1 of his first of 2 qualifying laps. 33 Matthew Prentice has set his first lap. Bobby Mays has set his qualifying time. Got a few guys out here giving it everything they can. Back and take a quick look at the points real quick. I didn't have time to go over it too much in detail for some reason. I don't want to load up now. Give me a moment and I'll get them to pull up for us. We can get them to pull up now. There we go. As you can see, Dakota Camper here in the last few weeks has closed that gap on Justin Michael down to 15 points between the two. Blake Giglio is not far off of that. Looks as he tries to close in. Joey Doucette's been consistent all year. Sitting right there as your top in your fourth position. Fifth will be Dustin Matson, 257 points. The big thing is going to be a few guys here down here towards the bottom, between Dylan Clark, Christopher Howell, Michael Christopher, Dylan Redding, Doug Neal, Nate Maurer. All these guys are battling for those final few positions before we set the playoff grid and get into the postseason. Be interesting to see who can stay consistent and make the playoffs and make the push for the championship this year. Dakota Camper, he's out here setting his first couple. Oh, he's already set. Looks like he's already set it. It's his qualifying time. Alright, Nate Maurer comes out to set his first time of the evening. And that 78 truck will close down to 3 minutes roughly left in the qualifying session. Nate's a pretty good road racer. We'll see if he can push this truck and try to get the pole. Nate's first official time was a 1:16.966. He's got 1.8 seconds to make up to take that top position from Justin Michael. Justin Michael at the moment looks like he is a full half second faster than some of these guys here. So we'll see how this kind of plays out here. Nate, as you can clearly see, Nate is getting everything he can out of this truck. Pushing it to the very edge as he comes around through the carousel. Up that, probably one of the longest straightaways on this whole road course. see what his timing here is at the stripe. Nate moved up to the seventh position with a 1:16.425, still a little bit off that top seated time, as it looks like everybody has set their time as we come down to a minute 46 left in the session. Watkins Glen is a 2.45 mile racetrack for NASCAR. We do not use the boot that is here. That is also available for some races. Let's see here if we can dial up our race information for the race info for the evening. Track length 2.42. Temperature of the track is 108. Ambient air temperature is 79 degrees with a 52% dew point. Partially cloudy. 2 mile an hour wind gust at the moment. And I forgot we need to do our opening national anthem. I apologize. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick for us. And we will be right back in a second. Alright, as these guys have fired their engines up and are sitting here in the warm-up waiting for the final few guys to take the grid, or get into their trucks actually, and let the race control know they are ready to fire and ready to go. We have 50 laps here at Watkins Glen International. See about bringing up our pole sitter, Justin Michael here. Let's see if we can get a quick word with him. Hey, Justin, this is Justin up in the booth. You get a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, looks like you're sitting on pole. You're the points leader. You're giving that final playoff push to take those final few extra points away from any guys. Are you looking to maybe set a blistering pace tonight, or are you just going to kind of pace yourself?
I just hope to finish. This thing gets loose as it goes, so yeah, as long as we finish, we'll be good. It's race to racetrack, not the people.
10-4. All right, well, as we get down to finish this final warm-up lap, I wish you good luck, and hopefully we'll see you up here at the very end and in a podium position.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Yep. All right, well, there was the words from your pole sitter, Justin Michael, as they come around the carousel here. Turn 5 of Watkins Glen. Have to forgive me, I am not per se the most up to date on road course turns. I'm usually an oval guy, so 1 through 4 is probably the highest I can count at times. So as these guys get ready to do battle here at Watkins Glen, we've got 24 trucks in the mix, and we'll see what these guys can, see what kind of awesome racing these guys can provide for us. I was getting ready to come out of turn 7 and get the green flag from the flagman. Larry Mack says, pull them belts tight one more time. Here we go. And we are under green. Mr. Michael sails it off down into turn 1. Looks like he will take over that position from the 33 truck of Matthew Prentice, as they now are up through the S's, turn 2, 3, and 4. That's some side-by-side action. Looks like Nate Maurer has made up a couple of positions. Looks like he started 7th and he is up to 4th already. Back here at the 77 of Doug Neal. He is setting, looks like he's setting 8th, but he may have dropped spots. Mr. Michael out to a half-second lead already over the second place of Matthew Prentice. They said that Justin Michael said it was just survival was on his main agenda for this evening, because he said the cars get loose as the run goes. So we'll see what these guys can do. Now we do have a stage break. Well, not necessarily a stage break in this race. We do have a stage. These guys will remain green and keep on racing. That stage will be lap 15. We will score the top 10 in points, but we will stay green and keep on racing. Looks like Nate Maurer may have gotten a little loose right there and had to drop it, but nope, no, he's still in 4th, it looks like, maybe. Oh, he's in 5th now. Looks like he may have got a little loose, or somebody tagged him. I see no damage on the truck. He may have just let the 34 of Dylan Clark by, and knowing that he'll eventually reel him back in. Like that 2 truck, it looks like he's got a little damage. Let's take a quick look and see what happened here. Back it up real quick. He may... Yep, looks like he in the 25 truck. We'll back it up one more time. See if he got tagged from behind. We'll go to the blimp view. Whoops, we'll need to back it up a bit more. Take a quick look at the blimp view and see if he got tagged, or if he just... Oh, looks like he downshifted a little too quick. Slid it through. Oh, he collected up 25, as well as Todd Mays, and just took him a while to get back up going again. He'll have to deal with some damage for the rest of the race here as he tries to make up time, as we've got another truck Looks like the 5 truck of Andrew Rattel looks like he was off into the marbles of turn 1. Downshifting is going to be key coming into 1. Seeing if these guys can get it woed up fast enough to take the corner. Turn 1 is a tricky corner. As the 87 of Justin Michael is out to a 1.5 second lead. As he comes through that final turn 7. And heads it off down into turn 1. I would say this is the primary braking zone, passing corner right here. This is where you're going to make a lot of your passes down. As the 33, that quickly. 33, Matthew Prentice looks, ooh, as Nate had clobbered him in the side. Let's take a quick look at that there. 33, we'll go to the blimp view. Looks like he locked him up, turned it sideways, looped it, held the brake, and then last minute got it going and pulled right out in front of the 78 of Nathan Maurer. Nate had nowhere to go, and Nate was collected up in it. And looks like he's going to have some serious damage. Yep, looks he's smoking all over the place. I'm not sure why you would get back on the gas right there. That's kind of an odd thing to do with all the trucks coming by. Looks like Nate probably will just take it and go ahead and go behind the wall or take it right straight to pit lane. But that's a tough break for the 78 list. He was a force to be reckoned with as we got further along in this race. We'll jump back out and take a look at the 87. He's out to a 3.5 second lead at the moment. '87 is pretty much out all alone. Just kind of pacing the field, taking his time. Our next place will be the 34 of Dylan Clark. He's sitting in second place as he tries to chase down that 87 of Justin Michael. So our Dakota Camper is sitting third at the moment. His last lap time was a 1:17. Justin Michaels was a 1:16. We'll say the 34 truck was faster that last time around by a couple of tenths on Justin Michael. Let's see if they can make up make up any difference between time. As I said, Justin Michael was already saying that the track was going to loosen up. Let's see if it plays into Dylan Clark's favor. So we'll go to the 12 truck of Christopher Pendle. He's sitting back there in 12th position at the moment as he tries to chase down Darren Owens. Looks like Nate used his fast repair and got back out there. He's only one lap down at the moment, so if we get a caution, he'll be the first guy to be the lucky dog and will receive that free pass. As the 27 of Jonathan Cogswell looks like he is already pitted as well. He may have used his fast repair, got tires. He may be thinking fuel strategy here. He may be running this race completely backwards. And if that's the case, then he's only got one, maybe two more stops to get to the end. Some of these other guys will still have to do probably a full 3-stop race. Looks like that time Dylan was 2/10 slower than Justin Michael. The two guys setting the pace right now are the 87 and the 34. They're running in 1 minute 16 minute top times. So these guys are basically trading back and forth. The gap's kind of maintained between the two. We'll see if it kind of holds, or see if anybody can run anybody else down. As the 87 comes out of turn number 7 to take lap number 8, start number 8. So take a look back here at the 77. Doug Neal, he started 8th, up 2 spots. Looks like he's going to lose 1, so he's just going to be up 1 spot now. Is that 56 of Dean Clavitt is going to come around him. 22 of Bobby Mays, which was right around there. Looks like he's out there out front too. And that Sundrop Toyota. He tries to work on the 18 of Christopher Howe. Throttle of Racing Network Toyota. I mean Chevy, not Chevy. So the two guys that are basically trading lap times are the 87 and the 34. These two are absolutely just basically trading lap times between each other. 1:16.9, 1:16.8, then they'll flip-flop it and change it back and forth. So we'll see if that 34 of Dylan Clark can catch up and make this a race for the 87 of Justin Michael. See what the lap times are this time by. We'll take a quick look. As we head off to lap 10. Looks like I said that Dylan right there was a full second close to slower. Yeah, full second slower than the leader that time around. Looks like he got a little bit loose out of turn 7. So we'll see if he can make up some time here through the S's. Justin Michael is now starting to work with lap traffic. There's the 97 of Kevin Franks. He's one of those guys that's not consistently fastest truck on the track. The one that'll beat your doors off. He is just a consistent type of speed guy. He'll just maintain a consistent speed. He's always there at the end. He's more like a surprise. You think he may be out of the race, but then he'll pop up with a top 5, top 10. And knowing how these points work, that sometimes will win you the championship if you're just a consistent guy that kind of just pops up. Has top 5, top 2, you can top 5 and top 10 these guys to death and still win the championship, and let those guys up front wreck each other and battle for the win. So they have to win the championship. Here's the 13 of Jamie Dunning in that Monster Energy Chevrolet. I'm thinking he ran with the red wheels to kind of showcase that new watermelon ultra flavor that Monster has. We'll go with that, because that flavor is actually pretty tasty. Pretty good battle right here between the 18, the 56, and the 22. These guys are battling out in fifth position as they run through the short chute or inner loop, bus stop, whatever you want to call it. As we close down on that stage ending lap 15, that's the completion of lap 15. Justin Michael there, as you can see, is just now getting ready to hit the inner loop or bus stop. As he comes and hits the carousel turn 5. He will start lap 14. Still has to come around 2 more times, so we're basically 2 to go on the stage once he crosses the start-finish line. There's a 78 Nathan Maurer. He's got his truck fixed. He's back out there. Trying to make up, or hoping for a caution, something to get him back into this mix. Our leader 8, the 87 of Justin Michael, and back to the second place 34 truck of Dylan Clark. You can see the difference between these two guys is not a lot. 87 gets ready to hit turn 6. 34 is now just coming to turn 6. Get ready to start completing the final lap of this stage, the one and only stage of this race. Try and see if this thing update as we go. It will not. I was hoping to have this set up so it would update the points as these guys go, but it is not going to set that up. So it's something I need to work on. Justin Michael coming through turn 6 to turn 7. Get himself another stage, and we have a caution on the track. There's a caution on the track. Looks like, oh well, I may have misspoken. Looks like we will have stage cautions here. I think on road courses, I think they decided to throw the stage cautions. I try to rebunch this field back up, so we'll see what happens here. Let's see who stays out and who comes in. There's our pit lane exit camera and our pit entrance camera. I'm going to take a quick look and see if anything kind of led up to that caution. I don't think it did, but I'm just going to take a quick look here. No, it did not. That was the stage caution. Slow it down and come to get ready to pit here. Let's see if there's going to be any takers or if these guys are going to run their truck out of fuel and try to make this a basically at this point they could stop here or run it out and make it a one-stop race is what it looks like. We're going to see who the takers are and who are the ones who are staying out. Through turn 7. Let's see who takes and who stays. Looks like the A7 is going to take it. Come down pit road. 34 is going to come with him. Looks like everybody's going to follow in suit. Yep, everybody's going to follow in. So Doug Neal has taken it. See what happens here. E7 is going to be the first one out. 34 truck's going to be Sackett. Third will be Dakota Kemper in the 3. Getting ready to hit the bus stop or inner loop, tunnel, I want to say tunnel turn, that's at Pocono. Curious to see if some of these guys will come back down pit road and top off, or if they will decide to stay out. This right here will be the one to green. One more lap around. These guys will go green. While we wait, take a moment and let you guys just kind of listen to a few tunes here as these guys come back around. We are back under green. Looks like I misjudged. I thought iRacing still had that one to go glitch. So I thought we were going to have to go around one more time, but it looks like we went back green pretty quick. As Justin Michael is back out after it again. Next lap we'll have 30 laps to go to the end. Ooh, as we have wrecking behind us, wrecking. Look at it here. No caution is out. Look, the Ford truck just got loose and collected a few guys in it. Looks like he was able to not collect too many more. He'll get it spun back around. Be back on the gas again. As 87 Justin Michael just sets sail and keeps on going. No caution. See if Justin Michael can basically lead every lap here this evening at this 2.5 mile road course, give or take. Dylan Clark is in tow. Let's see if Dylan is able to get back on the wheel a little bit quicker this time around and not let Justin Michael pull away. Looks like he is pretty close. He's within a second of his time right now. I'm a little bit behind as we need to go back to full live as these two are just now passing the start and finish line. I didn't realize we were not fully live there. There's your gap between first and second. 1 second. See if Dylan Clark can have anything for that 87 of Justin Michael. See if he can reel him in. Looks like the 77 of Doug Neal had some issues here. Let's take a quick look and back it up and see what happened with him. Watching from the blimp angle, there he is right there in that bright yellow truck. Come out of the carousel. Got ready to send it off down into turn 6. Oh wow, let's back that up one more time and zoom in on it and take a look, see if we can get a better angle. That's between him and the 33. Looks like he was just turned around by the 33. That is the second time the 33's been involved in something. Looks like we got some drama brewing up now between the 77, 78, and the 33. So we'll go back live here and take a look at our leader, the 87 of Justin Michael, who's being tracked down by the 34 of Dylan Clark. That's your gap between these two. As it looks like Dylan Clark was able to close that gap a little bit. Let's see if he can close it up any further. Looks like Justin Michael was able to get through those S's pretty quick. Like Dylan Clark's maintaining that gap distance right now between these two. So we will see. We'll come to halfway gone, halfway to go. Pretty good battle going on between the 16, 18, and the 22 right now. These guys are basically swapping positions every other lap. So we can get a better angle at these three so you guys can take another look here. So 16 Joey just said is gaining a little bit of time between these guys here. So we're back up here to the front lead. These two guys are, looks like Dylan Clark has maybe turned up the wick a little bit. And it looks like he may be keeping pace with that 87 truck as that time is now cut to under half a second. As the 87's mirror grows more full with that 34 truck by the lap as he's cut it down to a half a second. He had it under half a second. It's about a half second now. That 34 was able to get up through the S's just as quick as the 87. Now cut it down to 0.4 of a second. How these guys get through that bus stop together through the carousel. Look at this battle between the 56, the 3. These guys are basically nose to tail right now. The 12 is in tow, trying to make up that distance of just under a second to catch the fourth and fifth place truck of Dakota Kemper and Dean Clavitt. Go back up front here to the battle for the lead, though. These two guys, like I said, I mean, that 34 Dylan Clark is maintaining, my apologies, that roughly half second lead or distance between him and first place. So we're going to see if he can kind of close that in a little bit further. Maybe he's laying back down to let us tires cool off a little bit, and he's going to give it another go here in a minute. Because I do believe these guys will have to pit one more time. And he may just be kind of maintaining this and going to short pit this on the 87 truck and maybe get a little bit of an extra jump or advantage with the fresh tires. We'll see. Battle between the 3 and the 56 is looking. 6 is looking to heat up a little bit here. These guys are within a second of each other. Look at the blimp angle there. You can see the 6 in the red and white or orange and white truck. The 3, black number 3 of Dakota Camper. The 56 of Dean Clavitt in the white and black truck. That 12 truck of Christopher Pendle a little bit further back. He is just kind of like he's lurking in the weeds, waiting for his moment or his chance to kind of strike. Coming back up to the lead here. You can see that distance of that lead has now grown quite a bit. Come down to 21 to go. Right now, the biggest battle on this entire track is between that white and red truck of Dustin Madsen, the 56 of Dean Clavitt, and the 3 truck of Dakota Camper, and the 12 of Christopher Pendle. That is basically your biggest battle on the track at the moment. These guys are all within a couple of seconds of each other, and they are battling hard for that 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th position. One of my favorite segments here. Throttle up the volume. Let you guys listen to these trucks go around the track here. segment. As like I said, road coursing does not have a lot of drama to talk about. So the biggest battle is between this 56 and the 3 truck. These guys are going at it pretty hard, lap after lap. Looks like as the 3 of Dakota Camper has decided to hit pit lane. He is now on pit road getting service for the final time this evening. Let's see how quickly he can get in and get out. So he will change all 4 tires. Is he in the 12 truck of Christopher Pendle, the 18 of Christopher Howell, and the 22 of Bobby Mays are all takers on pit road with 16 laps to go. Looks like they were able to make a 19 lap run. So let's see what happens here. As the 87 truck, he is going to pass pit road again and not stop. The 34 of Dylan Clark, he is now on pit road. Let's see if he can get on pit road, kind of short pit that 87 of Justin Michael and gain a little bit of time. This is 18 truck of Christopher Howell. He just pitted. The 87 truck of Justin Michael is looking to go around him and drop him 1 lap down. He will get that lap back pretty quick when the 87 decides to hit pit road. 22 of Bobby Mays is also a lap down, so is the 25 of Todd Mays. The 16 of Joey Doucette is now on pit road. As he will stop for his final service. Let's see if the 87 decides to stop this time as he comes through turns 6 and 7. Keep a real close eye and see if he makes that right hand turn. He has slowed it way up. He is now on pit road. We'll see him come by right here in just a moment. There he goes. As he will stop for his final stop. Let's see where that 34 truck is of Dylan Clark. You'll see him highlighted in the green on the track map. He is just now getting ready to come through turn 6 into turn 7. Take a look at the 87 of Justin Michael. Let's see if he is still on. He's still on pit road, still getting a service. There goes that 34 truck. He will take, looks like he may take over the lead here. 87, no, he will not. He closed the gap up pretty close. Just not close enough to take over the lead. He is now going to have to push hard. Our tires are already a lap older than the 87 of Justin Michael. So Justin now will just have to kind of set his pace, run his race, and he will have this thing pretty much in the bag. He's been the fastest truck all night. He's been up front all night. So, or all day, whichever way you want to call it. Looks like he is now battling that 6 truck for position. Looks like the 6 almost lost it into turn 1. Dakota will duck up underneath him as they run through these, the S's as they call them. Slowly back off and get behind the 6. See if Dakota has anything for him coming into the inner loop bus stop. Dakota Camper will think about ducking it inside, thinks twice about it. Pulls him back in behind the 6 as they round through turn 5, the carousel. Looks like Dakota will just kind of fall in line and let that 6 truck hopefully come to him. Working around some lap traffic. Looks like we may have one truck that is out of fuel. The 11 ran out, possibly. Actually, no. 87 truck right there. Looks like he. See what happened to him. He fell way back. Let's back this up real quick and take a look and see what happened. Oh, looks like he may have. Whoops. Let's get in the blimp mode here. There's the 87 truck. Oh, looks like he looped it in turn 6. Tried to overcorrect it and ended up turning it all the way around. Looks like he's going to burn some goody off of those tires, and that's going to put the 34 of Dylan Clark out front. But the 87 truck is going to have to put in some work. As the 3, the 6, and the 87, these guys are trading paint with each other in the 56. Second, third, fourth, and fifth. As Dylan Clark says out there to a 10-second lead. It looks like the 87 is going to lose it again. Oh, we got all kinds of mayhem going on here between the 3 truck too. We'll back it up and see what happened with him. Looks like he kind of got loose and then collected the 6, and those 2 just kind of got in, collected there into the wall, and they're going to have to. Looks like they'll lose some goodies. There's a little bit of goody rubber on their tires there too. They'll get them hot and they'll have to let them cool back down. We got some drama brewing at the end of this race between the second, third, fourth, and 5th place truck. The guy that's loving this right now is the 34 of Dylan Clark, out to a 22-second lead, and he is just kind of setting sail. You see the 6 truck, he is just now coming into turn 6 and 7, and the 34 truck is up now through the S's. So that 34 truck is just kind of maintain what he's got with 10 laps to go here, and he will basically be your winner. Huge shakeup right here. You said Justin Michael was able to get around the 6 of Dustin Matson in the 3. Dakota Camper on that little bit of a dust up between those 2. These guys are now about 3 seconds apart in battling it out for that 4th and 5th position. Across the start stripe, this will be 9 laps to go to the end of this race. There's nothing saying the 34 truck doesn't loop it around and let that 56 truck of Dean Clavitt catch up. At the moment, Dean is going to have a miracle of the 87 Justin Michaels. Justin Michaels looking to make up as much time as possible. He basically had this race in the bag. Won. Made a slight mistake. And now he is now looking at possibly still a podium finish, just not the top position. As he is setting a blistering pace, he is a full second faster than the leader. But with only 9 to go, he's going to have to, 15 seconds back, he is going to have to do something more than a second faster. First off, he's got to get around this 56 of Dean Clavitt and get around him pretty quick. Come down to 8 to go, 13-second gap. I don't think Dean Clavitt is going to give it up that easily to the 87 truck. He's going to defend his position pretty hard. You see, that is the distance between him and that second place 56 truck. Got a little loose right there. Going to try to get around here into the bus stop. Yep, looks like he's going to try to outbrake him. And he will not succeed. As they now round through into the carousel, turn 5. See if they can cut it down. It's still a 14-second lead up to the 34 of Dylan Clark. He'll close to the bumper and he will make that final pass here, possibly in turn 7. We've got a little loose. Looks like the 56 will jump back out front. He's trying everything he can to get around him, but I just don't think it's going to be enough as we're now down to 7 to go in this race. Looks like that 3 and 6 truck, those two guys are battling out pretty hard for that 4th and 5th position. Maybe a few words between them. These guys try to settle it amongst themselves. Back up here and take a look at the 87, see if he's finally gotten around Dean. No, he will not. He is still not cleared Dean Clavitt. He is still working, trying to get around him. As we head down into turn 6 and 7, as we now have 7, actually, check that, 6 laps to go. There's your race leader, 34, Dylan Clark. He's out to a 10 second lead. Looks like he is just trying to kind of maintain that gap. It's just off in the distance. You can start to see that 56 and 87 come into view. heads off down into turn 1 with 5 laps to go. Looks like he got off track there a little bit. Looks like he'll regather it back up as we have one truck. Looks like he was coming off pit road, so it'll be the 25. Todd Mays, looks like he may have been coming off pit road. Let's back it up and take a quick look, see what happened with him. Or he just, nope, he just looped it into 1. He's coming down into 1, got on the brakes pretty hard. Went to get back to the gas and just looped it around. This time by, once Dylan Clark passes that start finish line, we'll have 3 laps to go. The 7 truck is trying to work back around the 56. See if he's able to do it. He wants that position hard bad. As he looks to fight and set him up in that final turn 7. We got a little bit loose right there. They'll have to kind of figure out another way to get a hold of them or get around them. As the 6 and the 3 get after here in turn 7. He's going to get a pretty good run off of 7, pulling right in behind the 6 and see if he can possibly maybe push him down the front straightaway a little bit. 3 is going to kind of hook it wide. Oh, the 6 lost it, which will give the position to the 3. Of Dakota Camper, so now he'll move up into 4th position. So we come back up to the biggest battle on the racetrack between the 56 and the 87 of Justin Michael and 56 of Dean Clavitt. These 7 is trying everything he can to get around the 56 and just can't seem to find a way. Get a little bit of a blink right there just out of Justin Michael. So come down to 3 laps to go. These 2 try to battle it. Looks like Justin Michael will kind of just back off and wait for the 34 or the 56 to maybe make a mistake. Back up here to the 34 truck. He's now coming into turn 7 with 2 laps to go this time by. He's still up over with a 10-second lead over second place Dean Clavitt. Looks like the only thing he has to do is just kind of easily set sail and don't kind of push the truck, just kind of let the track come to him and finish it off here. This will be Dylan Clark's first SERL Truck Series win if he can pull this off and complete it, as he comes down and takes the white flag, and this time by 1 lap to go. That 87 and 56 truck looks like they're just going to kind of settle it out right here between these two. Looks like Dakota Camper, looks like the 6 has caught Dakota again. We'll see if these two are going to trade a little paint as we get down to the end, as the 6 looks like he is going to have a run as Dakota blocks a little bit. Here we go. Let's see if these guys trade a little bit more paint. 6 will get it down in there pretty. Oh, the 6 truck looks like let's back it up a quick second. Looks like he tried a little too hard and just looped it around. That'll basically be it, the end of the battle for him. Go back up here to the 34 of Dylan Clark as he now comes through the final 2 turns, turn 6 and turn 7, for the final time. And there will be your race winner, the 34 truck of Dylan Clark. Looks like the second place will be the 56 of Dean Clavitt. Possibly, yep. And the third will be the 87 truck of Justin Michael. Fourth, as he finishes up here, will be, it looks like it'll be Dakota Camper, as long as he can get it across the start-finish line. Fifth place will be the 6 of Dustin Matson, as long as he can get it across the start-finish line as well. So there's your top 5. Alright, we'll be right back in just a moment with our interview with our top 3 drivers. All right, bringing up our third place finisher. That'll be the 87 of Justin Michael.
Of course, guy.
Hey, Justin, this is Justin up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, got you a top 3 podium finish there. Good job there. Looks like you got looks like you got it spun around there and got a little bit too much gas into it and spun it around. And what happened there?
Yeah, I just lost some talent there. I'm used to downshifting second there, and it's a muscle memory. And this truck you shift third, and I just kind of forgot and went down an extra gear and spun around on me. So it's nothing I can do about it. It's all my fault. So third place, it is what it is.
Well, you're still, like I said, you're still the points leader. Got a third place, got you, some stage points, for the playoffs and whatnot. So when we start the end of the season, so good job there on the third place. You got anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Just everybody out there watching. Hopefully it was a good race for everybody. I know road course can kind of boring. I'm not a big fan of it myself. I like oval racing, but you call a good broadcast. I'll go back and watch it later. Usually I have it up on my iPad, but I had too much distraction when you're on a road course. So, just everybody out there watching. Hopefully it was a good show.
10-4, yeah, it was. I'm not a road guy myself, so it was kind of, for me, I was kind of on the just trying to make it as exciting as possible. But like I said, road coursing, that is hard to do unless it's something in your forte. So, like I said, good job on P3, and we will see you next week.
Thanks, sir.
All right, that is our third place finisher, Dylan Clark. Let's bring up our second place finisher, Dean Clavitt. Hey, Dean, this is Justin up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
So, looks like you were able to squeak out a second place finish there after Justin Michael had a little bit of an issue, and then a few guys in front of you also had a couple of issues too. What were you thinking there at the end? Were you trying to save tires, or were you just hoping somebody made a mistake like they did?
Well, I got held up in the bus stop before my pit stop a little bit, so that cost me a couple seconds. So once I came out of the pits, I was about 3 or 4 seconds behind Dustin and Dakota. And then Justin spun off of the second to last turn, and that bundled everybody up. And, ran around a couple laps there trying to fight for second, which is a great battle for second. 4 cars under a blanket. And then all I see is Dustin and Dakota get together, and Justin almost wrecked it again, and basically the floodgates just opened.
Yes, sir. Yeah, they definitely opened and gate, and then you had to hold off the 87 of Justin Michael. He was a man on a mission, working every which way trying to get around you, but he was trying to do it clean, I might add. There was a couple of times he could have laid the bumper to you, but he chose not to. So,
yeah, absolutely. I mean, a huge shout out to him. He raced me clean. That was probably one of the best battles I've had in a while, especially at a road course. But he did a great job. It's just unfortunate, he didn't win it. But Dylan too, he had the second best truck, or one of the best trucks, I should say, and he definitely deserved this one. And just great job, everybody here. And hopefully we can go on. I don't know what tracks next week, but we'll go there and hopefully get in all top 5.
10-4. Well, good job. Got anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Well, I gotta give a shout out to Mr. Joey Doucette, because he's the one that told me to what gears to run and all that in these trucks. And basically 8:30 was the first laps that I put on the track in these trucks. So I gotta give him a huge shout out there for helping me out, and everybody else on our team, Pendle, Darren, all them. They all did a great job tonight. For unfortunate circumstances with their each of their races, but we're gonna rebound and go get a good finish.
10-4. Good job. Good job on the P2, and we will hopefully see you up here again next week.
10-4. Thank you, Justin.
Thank you. All right, let's bring up our first place finisher, Dylan Clark in the 34. Dylan, this is Justin up in the booth. You got a copy?
I do.
Good job there on the win tonight. You were able to finally get you a win here in the SERL Truck Series. Looks like you had to come at the cost of the 87 kind of downshifting and, as he said, running out of talent. You were able to keep pace with him at the very beginning of these runs, but it looked like it was going to take a little bit more than just keeping pace with him. Looks like he was going to have to make a mistake, which happened. And then at that point, you just kind of set sail. What were your final thoughts there on those final 10 laps or so?
I was just focused on keeping it clean. No need to be dumb, make a mistake. It's a shame that 87 had to spin out. Justin, he's a great racer. Just tried to keep my nose clean. I knew I wasn't as fast as him. And at that point, I was like, all right, I'm going to settle for a second place. I'll take it. Fighting to get into the playoffs. And this came at a great time.
Yes, sir, it did. Looks like you may have had the position on him during those green cycle pit stops. You pitted a lap earlier than he did and was able to make up quite a bit of time, but he still pulled back out in front roughly looks like about 3 seconds. So, like I said, you were able to capitalize on his mistake. Good job on that, and wanted to see if you got anybody you want to give a shout out to.
I got to thank Orapac, Prentice Rattel Racing for giving me this opportunity, UFA, Dairy Queen, and my parents for giving me this awesome sim rig that I'm running on. So it's just great to be out here.
10-4, good job. Good job on the win. Let you go celebrate it. Hopefully we will see you up here in the podium spots next week.
10-4. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, that was our winner for this evening. The 34 of Dylan Clark. He was able to capitalize on the mistake made by the 87 truck, and he pulled out the win, which sometimes in NASCAR you have lucky breaks, and he was able to capitalize on it. So with that said, that's not going to shake up the points too much on this end, as before we came into this evening, here is the before points. You can see Dean's going to gain a few points there on Justin Michael, but not too many, as Justin was able to gain 10 points in the stage as well. So we will let those shake out and hopefully have those updated for next week. But other than that, I wanted to give all these guys a shout out for a good, pretty much a clean race for the most part. And next week we will be back here again at Pocono Raceway for 60 laps. And until then, this is Justin White signing off. And just as a reminder, stay on that lead lap.